In this video, we're going to talk about how to connect a water line to your refrigerator, or how to install a refrigerator water line.
Mechanics for non-mechanics.
Now in our case, when we hooked up our refrigerator to the water line, we had no water, so we had to actually install a water line to the fridge. Now if you already have a working ice maker water line connection or refrigerator water line connection, it hooks up no problem, then you can fast forward toward the end of the video where you'll just see how to hook that water line up. But for our ice maker water line solution or refrigerator water line solution, we had to actually go through and find where I was getting water from in order to hook it up, take out the old fittings, put in the new fittings, so we have the whole process. But again, if you want to skip ahead, you can do that. We have chapter markers in the video so that you can skip ahead and go ahead and do that right now. For the rest of you, let's get into the video. So we have our refrigerator here, and we wanted to plug it in. Our old refrigerator didn't use a water line, so we've never really used this water line since moving into our house 7 years ago. So we set this hose up to turn the water line on and kind of drain it, and we turned it on and there's no water coming out, and so we need to figure out how to get water, of course, to our refrigerator. So that's what we'll be working on here. So you can see lefty loosey, should be water coming out. We got nothing. So we got to get behind the wall or see what's going on. So the first thing I did, I took this frame off. I just used a razor knife to go around the frame, and was able to get it off. Okay. And now there's this plastic box, okay, around here, and you got the drywall right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this down a little bit, push it back a little bit past this drywall point, and then see if I can start to pull the top down. So all I'm trying to do here is just pry this plastic box out. So again, I'm gonna push this back a little bit. Got the top with the needle nose, and I'm just trying to pry this forward. Oop. See, I pushed the bottom down a little more too. Oh yeah. Alright, so I was finally able to get this box off. You can see that this side was coming off easier, but this one was actually being held in by this tab right here. So I had to kind of push it back with the flat blade screwdriver until it freed up. So that's how they kind of held this in place, is by that side. Because I was wondering why this side was coming off easy and this side was not. Well, that's why, because it was being held in. So I was able to pry it off enough to where it came off. So now I should be able to remove this box. Alright, so I'm gonna use my flat blade to pry this side now that I have it removed, and then I'm gonna pull from the top with this on this side with the needle nose pliers. And the bottom's pushed down there. Be careful when you do this, if you do this.
Pipe at the bottom?
Yeah.
So if you have an issue, the first thing you're gonna do is go out and cut the water off.
Right. Let me get that.
It's a flexible line.
No, it looks like it's connected to a PVC pipe, but that PVC pipe, there was some water that was dripping out of it. It's a 1/2-inch PVC that it was connected to. Looks like I might have just broke the pipe. Yeah, in the wall, And when I drop the pipe down, it looks like I might have broken the pipe. When I drop it down, water starts to come out.
Okay, well then that's just residual water.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
It goes back about a foot into a stud.
Where does it go to? Does it go to the garage?
No, it goes off to the right toward my sink.
All right.
But it goes into a stud. So that 1/2-inch pipe, I was trying to find the source of it. I checked under the kitchen sink to see if maybe this was something they had in the past. And I found this 1/2-inch pipe here. It was capped off. So I went ahead and cut it. I turned off the water just in case that was some other pipe going somewhere else. And I cut that line off. So I'm hoping that is running through the wall to the refrigerator. So what I'm gonna do is I got some nitrogen here. Don't mess with nitrogen if you don't know what you're doing. I use nitrogen as an HVAC contractor, so I know what I'm using. But you can use maybe a little compressed air at the compressor or something. But I'm gonna blow through that hole some air and then listen on the other side over there by the fridge and see if I hear air coming out. And that's how I'll know, of course, they're connected. Here we go. I'll blow some air through here. See if it comes out. Do you hear anything on the other side there?
Yes, bubbling, bubbling.
Bubbling? All right, so here's back by the fridge. Oh, one sec, babe. Oh man, some water came out. One sec. So this is water. Just gonna empty this. Okay, so she's gonna blow nitrogen through that line. Let's see what we get.
Ready?
So I can feel it. It's coming out over here. Yeah, okay. You can shut it off. Well, there's the water. Pushing water out. Yeah, you can shut it off. All right, so here's the underneath picture of our sink. This is our hot line. Okay, that's coming down. That's, our hot is coming in right here, and that's feeding 3/8 of an inch connector. That's feeding the hot water for the sink, and also it's coming down here and feeding the dishwasher. So that's hot. Our cold is right here in the center, and that is feeding cold water here to the sink. And there's also an empty tap here, which has been off right here. Now, if I turn that on, water is going to start to drip out. That is where I'm going to connect a hose. This is actually a 1/4 inch fitting. So these are 3/8 inch, and this is a 1/4 inch. That 1/4 inch fitting is going to come down and supply this pipe, which supplies my fridge with water. So I'm going to take this 1/4 inch fitting, connect it here, one end here, and the other end is going to connect to this other fitting I'm going to show you here and make in a second. Now we're going to put compression fitting right here around this 1/2 inch CPVC, all-purpose cements, PVC, CPVC. So this is our fitting. Got this at Lowe's, 1/2 inch. It's going to go into the CPVC, and a 1/4 inch is going to go into that fitting that we just put in. This is our 1/2 inch. Put this in here. We have this nut and this sleeve over CPVC fitting. I asked the guy, because it says it's good for copper. He said it's also good for CPVC. All right, unfortunately the camera is behind the pipe right there, so you can't really see what's happening, but it's this very same thing that I show you in the next scene at the refrigerator line. You have the 1/2-inch pipe, 4 things: 1/2-inch pipe, a nut, a sleeve, and the nut and the sleeve, they come with the valve, and then the valve itself that you're going to turn on and off. So all you do, you take the 1/2-inch pipe and you put the nut on first, then the sleeve tightly onto that 1/2-inch pipe, and then you put the valve on, bring the nut up, and tighten the nut. That's all I'm doing there underneath the sink in that shot. So we have our 1/4 inch coming in from the cold water. This valve is closed, but if I open it up right now, it would shoot water through here. If I open this one, and hopefully over to our refrigerator on the other side. So now we're going to go to the other side and try to install this same fitting on the refrigerator. Again, 1/2 inch for the CPVC into a 1/4 inch. So here we go. Here, there's probably about 8 inches behind the wall, and then there's a stud right here. So I'm going to cut it back a little more and put a coupling on it so that I can bring it out where I want to bring it up. So we'll just cut it. I don't want to go back too far because I do want it to still be accessible for me. And I don't want to cut my finger either. My dad's done that. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's not really dripping, so that's good. Now I need a coupling. Okay, this is a 1/2-inch coupling. Again, because of the supply shortage, I had to buy a whole bag. CPVC, or all-purpose CPVC. Put it on one side, on the inside, and the outside of the pipe. Now we'll take a straight piece, maybe even this one here, and it's got to kind of come up just in that line. So anytime you're working with PVC or CPVC, you want to put your fittings in how you want them before actually gluing them, so that you know that it's going to fit right. Right, true. So this is just a patience process of going through and seeing that's too long, that's too short. Okay. This in here. That might be good there. That's still a little long. So this is my line. It's still a little bit long. Okay. And so this is our line, and that's about where it is. All right, so same deal with the glue. That piece, I'm just going to check it again. That's our line. Okay, looks about right. All right, we're going to glue this 90 down.
Alright, so this again is our old fitting. I'm going to replace that. So I'm going to cut and loosen this. And this is going back in that hole. Now we have to put this box in and then put that final piece in. That's going to be a challenge. Alright, I'm going to glue this down. So this way we want nice strong fitting. We're hopefully going to be able to push this thing in, get it in the hole. This thing was kind of held in place by this tab back here. So I'm gonna see if I can push that back in. Huh?
Do you need the tab?
I think it was there for a reason. It kind of holds it in place. At least we'll try. Okay. Alright, so that's the tab is in there. Hold it in place a little. Let's try to pop this back through. Alright, now I'm gonna put this fitting back in, and that'll look like that. That's the goal, at least. Okay, so we'll put this sleeve on and kind of hold this to support it, because this sleeve does not want to go on. If you're going to use these channel locks, just be careful. You don't want to crack the pipe. Okay, let's try this again. Nut, sleeve, and valve. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. All right, so if I put a, I need to stop this from going down. Just use a little piece of that to keep it raised up. We are hoping that we get water here and nowhere else. Tighten that a half turn, just because it's water. Okay, now we're gonna open up some lines. So we got this in the bucket. We want to see if we get some water. A little water in here just to weigh it down. Let's start. Here we go. Now we have the water on going to the faucet. We're going to open this line up here. We're going to open this line up here, 1/4 inch fitting. It's going to go through here, and I'm not sure if that's open or not, but if not, it'll stop there, and then we'll open that up. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Now we got some pressure. Okay, we open that. Now we're gonna go see back to the. We open this up. Nothing yet. Wait, there we go. We got water. We got water. Let's open it up a little more. Check for leaks. Leak. Nothing. Let's open it up. All right. So we got a nice stream of water right there. Bam. Okay. Now if I turn this off here, boom, shuts off. Beautiful. All right. So now we're gonna hook this up to our refrigerator, and hopefully we'll be all good. Okay. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. It says half a turn. I'm gonna go a little more. Okay. So now we should have water flowing to the fridge. Let's plug the fridge in. Okay, the fridge is plugged in. Let's turn this on. Now the only thing I forgot is this frame around here. I did not put the frame back. Do you care?
No, it's behind the fridge.
All right, the boss says it's okay. So that is how you fix your water line not running to the fridge, as well as a few other things we came up with. It's not always the case to where it's, you know, in this under the sink. Sometimes it could be running to other places in the attic or different things. I guess we kind of lucked out that it was already hooked up through the sink. Now, if that wasn't the case, other options is for you to literally just run a line from the sink and just bring it around the cabinets. So we could have brought, if that wasn't there, we probably would have brought it along the back of the cabinets, along here, and then plugged it in here. But that wasn't the case. We're good to go. So hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, leave them below. And if you want to see some of the tools or different things we were using in this video, check out the links below in the description section. And we'll see you next time for another video. God bless.